Alright, so we're now going to talk about the single leg Romanian deadlift. This is one of our favorite hamstring hip exercises, and we like doing this exercise compared to conventional double leg Romanian deadlifts, because what we find again is a lot of people struggle to extend their hips instead of their lumbar spine or their lower back. Again, double leg Romanian deadlift is a superb exercise if executed correctly, but we just find more people tend to do this exercise better than the double leg Romanian deadlift. Also, the advantages of doing this exercise is great. So, you can get knee, ankle, hip mobility, single leg stability as well. This is a great exercise for injury prevention and return to competition, particularly for individuals who have gone through post ACL surgeries and ankle injuries. So, Rehab is just going to do a demo of 5 reps of just doing it with the body weight. We start every client, however strong they are, with this movement. So, let us go, Rehab. So, we just tell the client to get nice and long, extending their full body, and like they are trying to reach for something in the middle shelf, and we just get long. We want a slight knee bend when doing this exercise. So, Rehab, you can just turn facing that way and do a side on with your right leg. Okay, so, the key here is to get nice and long. We start every client with this movement pattern before loading the exercise. We tell them to squat a bit and then reach forward. Alright, so we're going to look at a few of the common mistakes we see with this exercise. So, this exercise is a hip extension exercise. It's an exercise where you extend the hips, not the spine. But one very common mistake we see with a lot of people is they tend to try to extend with the lower back or just bend their lower back forward when doing this exercise. So, Rehab, let's just show one of the common mistakes we see. So, they tend to bend forward and do that. Let's do another one. So, we do not want that. We want the client to stay nice and upright. Squat, get into a bit of a squat position. Rehab, just get into a bit of a squat position, bend that front knee, and now we want to extend and get nice and long. So, this is the perfect technique. So, let's go a couple more reps, Rehab. We bend that front knee and we get nice and long and we extend. One more rep. Perfect. So, once you have mastered the movement performing the single leg Romanian deadlift with body weight, it's time to progress with some weight. So, Rehab has been training with us with a while. So, she started off with a 6 kg kettlebell, and she's going to now do a demonstration with a 24 kg kettlebell for the single leg Romanian deadlift. So, let's do a few reps, Rehab. So, again this exercise, once you have mastered the body weight, loading the exercise becomes a whole lot easier. But again, if you skip steps, you are going to face a lot of issues with a technique, low back, etc. One more rep, Rehab. So, as you can see, this is a great hip extension exercise. You are teaching the hips to extend instead of the low back. You are getting some great knee, ankle, hip stability. Great injury prevention exercise, and you are developing those glutes and hamstrings. Extremely good functional strength exercise. I would go to the extent of saying if I could just do one exercise for the hamstring and glutes, it would be the single leg Romanian deadlift. Let's go for a couple more reps, Rehab. Excellent. So, when performing the single leg Romanian deadlift, we look to stay with a single kettlebell in one arm when performing this exercise. The benefit with doing it with one arm, you are also challenging your rotary core stability when doing this exercise while working on some hip and hamstring strength. But once the client struggles to hold that weight for too long as you progress to much heavier weights, then we bring in both dumbbells because their core strength would be in a pretty good position as well to load the weight with both arms. So, here we are going to see Rehab do the single leg Romanian deadlift, 40 kgs, 20 kgs on each arm, and she's just going to show us 5 reps. So, again we are getting nice and long, continuing to load that weight, getting some awesome hamstring and glute strength and some fantastic hip, ankle and knee stability. Let's go for a few more reps, Rehab. Excellent work.